Hello everyone, this is Darwell20 and welcome to episode 35 of Darwell20's Mechanical Mastery Let's Play series. Today's plan, I'd like to, if I may, automate a little bit of luminescence. That's going to be the first thing that we need to work on today. And once we have luminescence added, we should be able to use that to make our quantum compressors and then start working on singularities. Now, some of these singularities will be easy to automate because they just need a bunch of stuff that needs EMC. Other singularities might be a little less easy to automate. We're going to have to kind of play it by ear. I mean, actually, most of it doesn't look too terrible. Most of it looks pretty EMC. I'm sure, like, everything is ultimately EMCable, but there's a few things that are going to require, like, some processing. We'll figure it out. So let's get started here. First, I need to take into account how my channels are doing over here. So you've got 6 out of 8 in use. Okay, that's not terrible. How are you doing, though? That's actually 29 out of 32. Okay, and then that's 7. All right, so we're not terrible. You're also 6. I bet I could probably tap into this one and do this. Yeah? Does that sound cool? I'm down with that. All right, so let's get some smart cables. Let's get a mixer. That shouldn't be too big of a deal. Right? And then we're going to need this guy. And then we're going to need a basin. And we're probably going to need some cogwheels and a few other things. We'll get them sorted. Yeah, we'll see what's up. Alright, so what I'm thinking is we could add this guy, like, right here-ish. Now, what kind of heat do we need here? Just regular heat is fine, but I don't think there's a reason not to do a good one. So, yeah. Let's get that cooking. And then this guy can chill here. And I've got my creative blaze cake, which means that you're awesome. Sweet. Okay. Now for you, let's just go ahead and do like 1, 2. Yeah, that looks good. Now here's my thoughts for this guy. How about we just like... Let's do this. I'm going to place a chest here. And then we're going to have a pattern provider sitting on top of it. Okay, and the pattern provider will be programmed as such. Let's say that in order to make luminescence, we're going to need 1 gunpowder, 1 redstone, and 2 glowstone, right? So gunpowder... Can I not drag it? Oh, right, that's this one. So you should be processing gunpowder, redstone... and 2 glowstone will make 4 luminescence. Yeah, middle click is supposed to let me modify amount, but we'll see. This is going to be annoying. I'm going to hold off on the patterning for it, right? So let's just do this. Let's do that. So then what I want to do is this. We're going to have a magma crucible with some augments ready to go. Okay, and your job will be to, let's actually face you this way. You're going to output to the back. Look at you being all rendery. Why are you being a bum about it? And input on the right. Okay. And then we can have laser IO. Bing, bang, boom. Okay. And you will extract on, let's say, orange. And you will insert with a filter let's say gunpowder and redstone. Okay, on orange. And you will insert on orange with a filter of glowstone up to 8. Okay. And then all we got to do is link you two together, and that should be cool. So now if I got my this, and this, and this, we should be cool. Presuming that we had some power going on here. And then you should also get these guys just to really cook it up. Okay? So, and then, I guess you don't want to open because thing there, right? Let's make you a barrel then, just so we can access you a little bit easier. Cool. And then what we're ultimately going to want to do is extract on magenta here. But we probably want to filter that to be luminescence only. Cool? Okay. And then you're going to insert on magenta. Cool. So watch. Bing, bang, boom. So that'll start putting some stuff in there. This will be making the energized glowstone. This will be getting it. That'll be doing the thing. And then luminescence autocrafting is good to go, right? Sweet. Now all we need for you is one channel. And now I should be able to program that. Because I've got 4 luminescence that I can put here. And now we've got automated luminescence on demand. Right? So if I want, 40 more of them, right? It's going to be 10, 10, and 20. We hit start. It's going to start transferring. It'll only allow a certain amount in there at a time, right? But it should be fine. Pretty cool, right? That works. I love automation. It's so much fun for me. I just, even now, I still enjoy being able to set up a little logical system and then click a button and boom, it makes things for me. Like, how cool is that? So good. It's so good. Sweet. So our goal is really to have a bunch of this good stuff, right? Like all these things. So we're going to need some quantum compression to happen here, right? Because ultimately, we'd like to make the ultimate singularity, right? So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 18, 19 singularities. We'll need 19 quantum compressors, right? Boom. And we're on our way. That shouldn't be too bad to make. That should really not be too terrible. Cool. And then we can start prepping for where that's going to live. And where that's going to live is an exceedingly good question because I have no idea. I haven't figured out where that's going to live yet. So let's go find a place while we're there. So we're going to want to do a few things here, right? I'm thinking about how I want this to work. We could export bus it. We could... you know what I could do? Let's do a cool and rarely used feature of Laser I/O to make this easier. I like this plan in my head that I have. Yes, I like the plan in my head that I have. Yeah. Now, of course, it's only 19, so, like, there's really no good way to split that up. Like, I could do 2 rows of 8 and then 1 row of 1, which sounds kind of dumb. We could do, like, 6, 6, and 7, right? That's probably how I'll wind up doing it. Let's do 6, 6, and 7. And then let's build this over... I mean, over here is pretty cool where I have this. But what I'm thinking... Now, let's remember, we need to make the ultimate singularity. And that can eventually be used for the final power flower, among other cool gizmos and gadgets. And that'll be the final star. So that can go into a power flower, but that also needs final stars, by the way. And then final stars is how you get all the creative mode stuff, right? Creative this, creative that, yada, yada, yada. And it can also go into the creative flux efficiency. Okay, so let's do this. Let's get Cobble. And I'll take my 19 of these guys because they're done. And some building gadgets. And let's do... Does here feel like a good place? I feel like here's a pretty good place. Now, I also have this. So that's got 6 channels available on its P2P setup. Yeah, I think I can do that. I think I can tap into there. I'll do it like I did this, where I've got an anchor and a separate P2P line. Well, I mean, in theory, you're only using 23 out of 32? I'm pretty sure. No, because I'm going to want the singularities to be accessible. I can do that all with one channel, though, right? Yeah, I think so. Okay, I have a plan in my head of how this is going to work, and I'm going to implement it now. And it should only use 4 channels, if I'm not mistaken. So let's see if I'm right about that. So we're going to need a couple interfaces. I think 3 in total. Okay. 3 interfaces and a storage bus. And some drawers. We're going to need a drawer controller. Okay. And then we're going to need some oak trim, actually, yes. And a healthy amount of drawers. And then what I'd like is drawer downgrades. In theory, 19 is what we need. Okay, so here's how I'm going to set this up. You ready? We're going to have 3 rows of this stuff. And I'm going to do it like here, right? So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. And then, yeah. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. And then we're going to want a 7th, probably. We'll make the first one have 7. Is that cool? I think that's cool. Why'd you have to make it 19, Packmaker? Why'd you have to make it 19? It's a prime number. Why would you do that to me? Just saying. Just saying. Future Packmakers, for aesthetic reasons, make it 20, make it 18, don't make it 19. Okay. So let's have the interfaces. Should we do it one behind? I like one behind. Okay, and effectively what we're going to want to do then is laser I/O our way into things with different channels and different stuff, and I think that'll be cool. Do we on laser I/O have you making... We don't at the moment, but I should add it. We never taught you node overclockers. Okay. And this is what I'm going to use. That's the rarely used mechanic of laser I/O. I think it's so rarely used that most people don't even understand how it works. So I'm going to make sure to explain it, because it's a pretty powerful nuance if you know how it works. All right. So now you're going to keep in stock the things I need for each of these, right? So let's get channels to you. Let's see. Where can I get some channels at? Where can I get some channels at? Do we have anything underground here? Also, just out of curiosity, how are you in terms of channels? You're actually 20, and you're 23, so technically it wouldn't be a terrible idea if I ran... I don't think we have a P2P set up over here, but I could get one, right? Could. This doesn't have to be a dense, does it? That should just be a normal, shouldn't it? Pretty sure that's correct. Yeah. Because what I'd like to have is some cables underground. So we'll get some P2Ps and some cabling cooking up. And that should be cool. And do I have a memory card? There it is. Let's just move you guys. I might just tap into them directly here. Yeah, let's do that. Okay. And then save the memory card. Oh, so we don't want those guys connecting because that's going to make all kinds of a problem. So let's make sure we have anchors ready. See, I know some people don't love this mechanic of applying energistics, but I always found having to think about channels and networking fun. But maybe I'm just a giant nerd. And maybe there's no maybe about it. Maybe I'm definitely a giant nerd. Cool. Okay. And then you guys are going to be... that. Okay, and then we throw a flux point over here. And you can even bypass limit, because I don't know how much power you're going to take, but you should be cool now. And everybody should be nice and buffered up energy-wise. 10 million forge energy per machine. Yeah, pretty hefty. Okay, so that's step one. Can you auto-output? Eject, huh? Limited input, unlimited input. Okay, I want limited. Eject? I don't know what eject does. Is there a way to push to the block above you, I guess, would be a very good question. Let's start with glowstone, right? And I'm just going to do these down the line, right? So you're going to keep in stock 64 glowstone. And you're not keeping in stock because I forgot to load up the P2P network thing. I'm like, why aren't you working? Oh, right. I didn't do the thing. Right, now you guys should be online. Now you should be keeping 64 of those in stock. I mean, you should be. But you're not. Oh, right, I need power on this line, don't I? You know what I could do? Instead of this, let's do the quartz doohickey here. And that would be perfect. Now you're online. I always forget the power thing. Okay, cool. Now your job, laser IO, on the down will be to extract. And I want you overclocked. So a stack a tick. Okay. And I want you to extract on orange, let's say. That seems cool. And then on the opposite side of you, which is east, you can insert on orange. Now, limited input, does that mean we're limiting it to matching glowstone? I guess we'll see. Actually, let's remove you for a sec and see what happens. Do you start putting glowstone in immediately? That is how glowstone singularities work, right? Oh, and we need ultimate catalysts, huh? That won't be a problem. So should I filter you for glowstone, you think? I'm thinking, yeah. I'm thinking that couldn't possibly hurt, right? I forget what the limited input versus unlimited input is, but I guess we'll see. We'll get the rest of that in a sec. So boom. Did you get all your 1,000 already? Because that would be kind of cool. I guess you did. guessing you did. You're just taking a second to actually craft it. Okay. And then singularity good. Now, I'm not seeing anything that says I can auto output. So I think A, we're going to have to be patient about this. I was hoping to have a drawer system that would interconnect, right? Yeah, we'll have to see about that now. Because I was going to have you stock... Yeah, that might be a challenge. No, it shouldn't be too much of a challenge. So here's what I'm going to do. I'm going to... Here's what I'm going to do. We're going to put our drawer controller here. Okay? And then you're going to have oak trim. And then you're going to have a line like that. Okay? And then you can be oak trim all the way up to here. And a line like that. And a line like this. How's that look? Does that look cool? Okay, and I might even rotate you so that you're a little bit this way. Now, if I lock everybody with a key, everybody should be locked across the board, right? And this dude will be my storage bus. Okay? With a nice little cable to connect them. Oop, look at that, how nice. You know, technically I don't think I need this cable no more, so that's fine. And now you only let things in that are allowed to be in. So how about here you can insert on magenta, and then you're gonna on this side extract on magenta. One item a second. Now what's going to happen is it's not going to be allowed to extract the glowstone because I haven't put any glowstone in the drawers yet. But as soon as I put my first glowstone in here, he will be allowed to. And future glowstones will go in there, and now I should see my glowstone singularity in the AE network. So that is 4 channels, right? And now we just have to repeat this process. So first off, I need a lot more cards. So let's get a whole bunch of these in my inventory. La-di-da-di-da-di-da-di-da. Okay. And that should be cool. And then it's just a matter of repeating this process a bit. So where's my laser nodes? There they are. You shouldn't be needed no more. Bing, bang, boom. Okay. So you're going to bind to these two, and you're going to bind to these two, and you're going to bind to these two. And that all looks good. Sweet. So you're going to insert with a filter the next item, and then you're going to extract on magenta. Right? Easy peasy. So on the east, you're going to insert with a filter on orange, and it will be nickel. Nickel ingots. Okay? And then you will extract one item a second is fine on magenta. And that's it. Right? And then all it is adding nickel ingots to this dude, set to 64. And then you should be... Oh, and then this guy, obviously. Then you should be making your thing. Okay. And then once I get my first nickel, we add it here, and then subsequent crafts will go right into the drawer because of the extract on magenta. How cool is that? So now 2 nickel singularities. Cool? Okay. So let's stage all these up, right? You're going to filter, insert on orange, and you're going to be lead ingots. Okay? And then you're going to extract on magenta. And that's all she wrote. Cool. And then we just have to add lead ingots to here. Okay. Now, the way it's currently working, remember, we're waiting for this craft to occur. So that's a thing. And also, you should be on the east side, not the west side. My bad. So now you're getting your lead ingots. You're making your thing. We're waiting for the craft. We'll just do the next one while we're waiting. Insert on orange with a filter. And you're going to be iron ingots. Okay. Extract on magenta. And then you need iron ingots to be kept in stock. And then you get this. And then boom, you're crafted. Okay? Next up would be copper. So you're going to insert on orange copper ingot. Extract on magenta. You keep copper in stock. And then this guy. Now we're happy and crafting. Next up will be diamond. I almost don't need the card overclockers because it takes so long for the singularities to craft and so short to put the 1,000 in there that we need. We don't need the overclockers. So I think we're good on that piece, right? So you're going to filter for tin. Do I even have tin added to the thing? 47K of the thermal version. Okay. So there's your tin, and then extract on magenta, and tin ingots. Are we out of copper? Did I never automate copper? You know, it's funny because I guess I never automated copper. Okay, what have I been doing for this? I've been doing induction smelters, right? Yeah, induction smelters seems to be the way to go. We should probably, I guess induction smelter is the way to continue to go. For now, at least. Copper's really cheap, though, and I think furnaces are faster. So how about we just do a redstone furnace and call it a day? I'm cool with that, right? So your job will be to pull from above and export out the back, but you don't need to auto-export, but you do need to auto-import, okay? And then you should also have some augments. Okay, and then let's do the EMC link. Let's do the 4. Just because that's not, you know, hard, and we want this to move it. Because we're behind on copper. So you should very quickly be making copper now, which is cool. And if I need you to be faster, I could even throw a mechanism dude in here. Yeah, I feel a little bad about how slow that's going to be, but we'll let it catch up. It'll get there. And then you just need to extract on white, right? Cool. Cool. Alright, so then copper should be happening. Slowly-ish, but surely. And then this whole line should be good now, right? I should be able to do this, and then you'll extract, right? Same deal here. Bing, bang, boom. We even have our first copper singularity, yay. Diamond. Oh, and I forgot you. Okay. Now on the down here, if I wanted to, I could put card overclockers, but or node overclockers, but I don't think I need it because you move fast enough that like everything should be groovy, right? Yeah, it's just gonna do its thing. Cool. Hey, we've got our first batch of singularities done. All right, let's wrap up the episode here. Come back next time, and what I'll do, I might move my trim over to this side. We'll see. But what I want to do next time is continue down this path of what we've been doing, right? So it's going to be a simple matter of you. Okay. And if we have you all bound, we should be cool, right? So you can be bound to that guy, and everybody's a winner. And then on the down here will be an extract on orange with a stack of tick. And then we'll get the next batch of things set up here. And each of these guys will be configured with insert on orange with a filter, extract on magenta, and the same deal across the board, right? So let's wrap up here, and we'll come back next time. And once we get back, we'll continue programming all these guys. We should get all our singularities ready, and then we can start working on the ultimate singularity. For now, Del20 sign off. Hope you enjoyed the episode. Take it easy.